John Smith wakes up slowly, still dazed by the accident that left him in the ICU of the New York hospital. The dim light of the intensive care room bathes his pale face as he struggles to regain his senses. The pain is intense, but it's not just physical. There's a weight in the air, a tension he can't fully comprehend. The murmurs around him begin to take shape. Distant voices draw near, and John realizes it's his wife, Lisa, talking to a doctor. He tries to move, but his body doesn't respond as it should. Gradually, snippets of the conversation reach his ears, and his heart races when he catches fragments of the conversation. Inheritance, life insurance, when he's gone. The initial shock is replaced by a distressing mix of disbelief and fear. John tries to blink, to force his eyes open wider, to see what's happening around him. Is he hearing correctly? His own wife, the woman with whom he has shared so many years, is planning his death? Why? How could this happen? Tears well up in the corners of John's eyes, not just from the physical pain that consumes him, but from the emotional pain that tears at his heart. He feels betrayed, completely at the mercy of a reality that seems surreal. His mind, in a whirlwind of thoughts, turns to Emily, the nurse who seems to have noticed his silent agony. John closes his eyes for a moment, trying to control the waves of despair threatening to overwhelm him. He needs a plan. He needs to figure out how to escape this situation, how to survive something he never imagined facing. While the heart monitor beside his bed emits a constant, oppressive sound, John Smith plunges into a new kind of battle, a battle for his own life and for the truth now unfolding before his eyes. John's mind continues to spin frantically as he remains with half-closed eyes, pretending to be unconscious. He listens to every word exchanged between Lisa and the doctor, as if it were a death sentence being pronounced. Each time Lisa mentions her sinister plans, a cold shiver runs down John's spine, a mixture of horror and disbelief. Emily, the attentive nurse, senses John's agitation. She stealthily approaches during a late-night shift change and, with trembling hands, slips a note under his pillow. John unfolds it carefully, his hands shaking with nervousness. The simple words, hastily written in slanted handwriting, outline a daring escape plan. John's eyes widen as he reads each line. He looks at Emily with gratitude mixed with a newfound determination. It's the first time since the accident that he feels a glimmer of hope, a ray of light in the growing darkness around him. But before taking action, John needs to gather his strength. Every movement, every breath is a challenge as he prepares for what lies ahead. He hears the soft footsteps of nurses and doctors in the corridor, the constant hum of medical devices, and the agonizing tick-tock of the clock on the wall. Each second feels like an eternity as he waits for the right moment to set his plan in motion. Finally, as night falls and the hospital descends into a tense quiet, John takes the first step towards freedom. With the determination of a survivor and the silent help of Emily, he begins a dangerous and unknown journey. Every dark corridor and locked door are obstacles to overcome, but the thought of Lisa and her lover waiting at his home propels him forward. Minutes turn into hours as they face unexpected challenges and come close to being discovered several times. Each step is a battle against physical and emotional pain, but John clings to the promise of a chance to live and fight for justice. His heart pounds in his chest as he advances, determined to confront those he once loved and trusted, now revealed as ruthless traitors. At the threshold of the home that was once his sanctuary, John prepares for a confrontation that will change everything. The truth awaits, as painful as it is liberating, as he prepares to confront Lisa and the lover who now knows the true extent of their greed. John's heart races as he stands outside his own home, staring at the familiar door that now symbolizes betrayal. With Emily by his side, he takes a deep breath, steeling himself for what lies ahead. The plan is set in motion. They must confront Lisa and her lover, expose their treachery, and reclaim his life. They enter cautiously, the air thick with tension. In the dimly lit living room, Lisa and her lover freeze in shock at the sight of John standing before them, weak but determined. Emily's presence is a silent reassurance beside him, a reminder that he is not alone in this battle. Words are exchanged in a flurry of accusations and denials. Lisa tries to mask her guilt with defiance, but her trembling hands betray her true feelings. John's voice is steady as he confronts her, demanding answers to questions that have haunted him since that fateful day in the hospital. Emotions run high as truths are uncovered and lies unravel. The room feels suffocating with the weight of betrayal and deceit. Through it all, John feels a surge of strength, a resolve to no longer be a pawn in Lisa's game of greed. With Emily's support, they expel Lisa and her lover from the house, leaving them stunned and defeated. The victory is bittersweet, overshadowed by the pain of betrayal that cuts deep into John's soul. Yet, amidst the turmoil, there is a flicker of hope, a sense of liberation that comes with reclaiming control of his own destiny. Outside, under the starlit sky of New York City, John leans against the cold brick wall, catching his breath. Emily stands beside him, a pillar of support in the darkness. The night echoes with the weight of what has transpired, but also with the promise of a new beginning. As they make their way back to the hospital, John knows the road ahead will be fraught with challenges. But with Emily by his side and a newfound determination burning within him, he is ready to face whatever comes next. The journey to justice and redemption has only just begun. Back at the hospital, John and Emily share a determined look as they plan their next steps. The night has been long and tumultuous, but Lisa's treacherous plan revelation has brought new clarity to John's mind. He knows he needs to act swiftly before Lisa and her lover react. With Emily's discreet help, John begins to quietly search through his personal belongings and financial documents. Each file opened reveals new clues, confirming his suspicions about Lisa's conspiracy. John's mind works quickly, connecting the dots and forming a puzzle that exposes the cruel truth behind the facade of love and trust. With each discovery, John's anger mixes with the pain of betrayal. He remembers the happy moments he shared with Lisa, now tainted with a bitterness that threatens to consume him. But it is also the memory of these moments that drives him to keep fighting, not just for personal justice, but to ensure that no other innocent falls into Lisa's cruel clutches. Emily stands by his side, offering moral and logistical support as they move forward. Every step they take is calculated, every piece of evidence carefully guarded. Time is both their ally and enemy, as they know Lisa won't stay quiet for long. Finally, armed with a meticulously compiled dossier, John and Emily decide to confront the authorities. The journey to the police station is a mix of nervousness and determination. John carries with him not just papers, but also the weight of his decision to expose the truth to the world. As they step into the station, the atmosphere shifts. Police officers raise their eyebrows upon seeing John and Emily, but the determination in John's eyes doesn't go unnoticed. He hands over the dossier to the authorities, explaining every detail with a cold clarity and restrained emotion that reveals his resolve to seek justice. As the wheels of justice begin to turn, John feels a weight lifting off his shoulders. The truth is finally being heard, and Lisa and her lover can no longer hide behind lies. It's a moment of relief mixed with the anxiety of what comes next, but John knows he has taken the first step toward a new chapter in his life. Time drags on as John waits for the authorities' response. Each minute feels like an eternity of anticipation and apprehension, but he clings to the hope that truth will prevail. Emily stands by his side, a comforting presence amidst the emotional storm that now engulfs them both. Finally, the long-awaited phone call comes. John and Emily are summoned back to the police station, where they are greeted by a serious and determined investigator. He explains that the evidence presented is compelling and sufficient to warrant a full investigation against Lisa and her accomplice. The sense of relief is palpable, but John knows the road ahead will still be challenging. He prepares to testify, to relive every painful detail of his discovery and betrayal. The interrogation room becomes an emotional battleground, where he faces Lisa's cold stare and her desperate attempts to defend herself. Days turn into weeks, and John finds himself immersed in a whirlwind of emotions. There are moments of despair and doubt, but also moments of resilience and determination. Emily's constant presence and the support of his closest friends become beacons of hope amidst the storm. As the case progresses, more revelations come to light. Hidden secrets and buried lies are exposed, shedding light on the dark truth Lisa tried to conceal. The narrative unfolds like an intense drama, where each twist of events brings new challenges and unexpected revelations. In the courtroom, John confronts Lisa once more, their eyes meeting in a silent duel of wills. He gives his testimony with unwavering determination, every word laden with emotional weight that echoes through the courtroom walls. Justice is at stake, and John is determined to ensure that truth is not overshadowed by Lisa's manipulation. As the verdict approaches, John's heart pounds in his chest. He knows that regardless of the outcome, he has already achieved a personal victory. His journey of pain and betrayal has transformed into a quest for justice and redemption, a story of resilience against adversity that the world will never forget. The courtroom buzzes with anticipation as John awaits the verdict. His palms are clammy, and his heart beats like a drum in his chest. Each passing moment feels like an eternity as the judge reviews the evidence and deliberates. Emily sits beside him, her hand gently clasping his, offering silent support. Their eyes meet briefly, sharing a mix of anxiety and determination. They've come so far together, navigating treacherous waters of betrayal and deceit. The memories flood back, moments of happiness tainted by the looming shadow of Lisa's betrayal. John recalls their wedding day, the promises of forever now shattered. His jaw tightens as he steels himself against the waves of emotion threatening to overwhelm him. Finally, the judge's voice cuts through the tension. "I find the defendants, Lisa and her accomplice, guilty of conspiracy and attempted murder," the words reverberate through the courtroom. A wave of relief washes over John, mingled with disbelief and vindication. Justice, elusive for so long, is now within reach. Lisa's face contorts in fury and defeat, her mask of innocence finally shattered. John meets her gaze, his eyes steady and unwavering. He sees not just a perpetrator, but the person he once loved, a painful reminder of betrayal that cuts deep. Outside the courtroom, reporters swarm, hungry for the story of a betrayed husband turned victorious hero. John stands tall amidst the chaos, Emily by his side, their intertwined fingers a testament to their resilience. But amidst the celebrations and accolades, John finds himself grappling with a whirlwind of emotions. Relief mingles with sorrow for what was lost, and anger burns for the trust that was shattered. The road to healing will be long, but John knows he's no longer alone. He has Emily, his loyal friends, and the unwavering support of those who believed in him. As they walk away from the courthouse, the weight of the past begins to lift. John looks ahead with a renewed sense of purpose, determined to rebuild his life and his restaurant. The scars of betrayal may linger, but they will serve as a reminder of his strength and resilience. With the trial behind him, John throws himself into rebuilding his life and his beloved restaurant. The once vibrant establishment had languished under Lisa's neglect and deception, but now with renewed vigor and determination, John sets out to restore its former glory. The kitchen buzzes with activity as John works alongside his loyal team of chefs and staff. Each dish prepared is a labor of love, a testament to resilience in the face of adversity. The familiar scents and sounds of the kitchen soothe his soul, grounding him in the present moment. Outside, the restaurant begins to flourish once more. Word spreads of John's courageous battle and triumphant return. Customers return, drawn not only by the exquisite cuisine but also by the story of a man who refused to be defeated. Yet, Amidst the hustle and bustle of success, John finds moments of quiet reflection. The scars of betrayal still ache, a constant reminder of the pain he endured. He wrestles with conflicting emotions, forgiveness for Lisa's betrayal mingled with a deep-seated anger for the trust she shattered. Emily remains his steadfast anchor through it all, her unwavering support a beacon of light in his darkest moments. They share quiet evenings together, finding solace in each other's presence. Emily listens as John recounts memories tainted by deception, offering comfort with a gentle touch and understanding gaze. As the days turn into weeks, John's resilience transforms into a quiet resolve. He navigates the complexities of rebuilding trust and forging new beginnings. The restaurant becomes not just a place of business, but a symbol of his journey, a testament to the strength found in adversity. One evening, as he gazes out over the bustling dining room, John feels a sense of peace wash over him. The wounds of the past may never fully heal, but they no longer define him. He has emerged stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever before. The future stretches out before him, brimming with possibilities. With Emily by his side and a loyal team behind him, John faces each day with renewed hope and a steadfast belief in second chances. Months pass, and John's life continues to transform. The restaurant, now thriving more than ever, becomes a beacon of resilience and success. Regulars and newcomers alike fill the tables, their laughter and conversations creating a lively atmosphere that brings warmth to John's heart. Despite the success, John still grapples with the lingering effects of the betrayal. Nightmares occasionally haunt his sleep, memories of Lisa's cold eyes and the weight of her treachery pressing down on him. Yet, every morning, he wakes up with a renewed sense of purpose, determined to forge a future untainted by the past. Emily remains his constant support, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. She becomes not just a partner in John's personal life, but also a pillar of support in the restaurant. Her keen eye for detail and warm demeanor endear her to the staff and customers alike. Together, they create a seamless partnership, both professionally and personally. One evening, as the restaurant's closing time approaches, John and Emily sit together in a quiet corner, reflecting on their journey. The soft glow of candlelight illuminates their faces, casting gentle shadows that dance with the flickering flames. Do you ever think about what could have been? John asks, his voice tinged with a mix of curiosity and contemplation. Emily reaches out, her fingers gently brushing his. Sometimes, as she admits. But I believe everything happened for a reason. It led us here, to this moment. John nods, a small smile tugging at his lips. You're right. We've come so far, and I'm grateful for every step of this journey. Their moment of quiet reflection is interrupted by a knock on the door. John's heart skips a beat as he exchanges a glance with Emily. Cautiously, he stands and approaches the door, opening it to reveal a young woman, her face pale and eyes wide with fear. Mr. Smith?" she asks, her voice trembling. "Yes, that's me," John replies, concern etched across his face. Please, I need your help," she pleads, stepping forward. "I heard about your story, and I have nowhere else to turn." John's heart aches at the sight of her desperation. He gestures for her to come in, offering a reassuring smile. Of course. Come inside and tell us what's going on." As the woman enters, John and Emily exchange a determined look. The echoes of the past may still linger, but they are ready to face whatever challenges the future may bring, together. The young woman, tears streaming down her face, begins to recount her story. "My name is Anna," as she says, her voice barely above a whisper. "I was in a relationship with a man who promised me the world, but he turned out to be dangerous. When I tried to leave, he threatened my life. I have no one else to turn to, and I remembered reading about what you went through. I thought maybe you could help me." John's heart tightens as he listens to Anna's trembling voice, every word a painful echo of his own recent past. He feels a surge of protective instinct, his own trauma blending with the urgency to help her. "You're safe now, Anna," he assures her, glancing at Emily for support. Emily's eyes mirror his resolve, and she nods, signaling her readiness to assist. As the night deepens, the three of them sit in the dimly lit restaurant, forming a plan to keep Anna safe and gather evidence against her tormentor. The air is thick with tension and unspoken fears, but also with a growing sense of camaraderie and hope. John feels a renewed purpose, the fire within him rekindled not only by his desire for justice, but by the need to protect those who are vulnerable. The path ahead is fraught with danger and uncertainty, but John and Emily know they must face it head-on together, for the sake of Anna and for the countless others who might find themselves in similar peril.